Hey everyone, Egman here with another video. Today I have my first Broly deck, and it's not even mine. I realized that I thought I made one a while ago, but I definitely haven't, and he's definitely one of the most popular leaders for people creating decks right now. He's super powerful, right? Like he's got Self Awaken, he's got Card Draw, he's got Destruction, he's got like his untap ability is really strong too. Like he is just like the quintessential good card right now. He can use Cold Bloodlust, he can use Shugesh, like the whole. Oh, like imagine like if this came out when Chrono wasn't out, like right after set 3, like he'd be the best. He'd beat Ginyu pretty easily too. Like just very strong deck leader. So yeah, here's a deck. This is not mine though. This is from resident Victory Strike expert Joel. Yeah, he made this deck, and it seems really fun. And just the fact, look how much cards are on the screen right now. Like I can barely fit them on the screen, and I think that's really fun. And just the diversity that you're able to have with this deck. It's a swap deck that has Victory Strike as a win condition, but it's a couple of other cards as win conditions too. So let's get into it. So real quick, what does Broly Leader do? When this card attacks, you may choose one card in your life, and if you do, draw one card, so that's great. You get attack, and you get 2 more cards in your hand, which is just crazy. And then you untap 2 when you awaken, and then it has 3 effects on the back. When this card attacks, draw one card. Good. Once per turn, you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards, switch to rest mode. Good. And then 3, choose one card from your life, add it to your hand, then choose one of your cards in rest mode and switch it to active mode. That's any card. Any of your cards you switch to active mode. Like, it could be energy, it could be Broly itself, it could be a big old Victory Strike that didn't win the first time. Like, just very strong. So yeah, I think just the diversity of that effect too is silly. So let's get into the cards. I'm going to start with the yellow stuff and come back to Chrono. I mean, it's Chrono and Victory Strike, right? Chrono is good because it's a 1-drop, draws 2 cards, and other people are playing Broly with Shugesh, so that's good, and Victory Strike's good because it's Victory Strike. So we are running 2 Successor of Hopes. This card is really good for finding just any of your... So pretty much all your Planet Vegeta and Successor of Hopes pretty much do the same thing. Just Successor does it for your swap cards, and Planet Vegeta does it for all your swap cards too, with energy cost 4 or less, but also can find a Bardock, Will of Iron if you need it. Can also find Shugesh if you need it, and that's pretty much it. But both these very powerful. I wonder... so I didn't make this deck, so I'm also going to commentate a little bit. Instead of Full Surveillance Jocko, you could also have found... what is it? The Goku one, the promo when he's flying next to the Statue of Liberty, just if you want to find a super combo with Planet Vegeta, but I think that's fine as well. 3 Bardock, and you also, to say, like, since this deck is so crammed packed with stuff, there are a lot of... I don't think there's a 4 of in this deck at all, but I really do like this 3 of, just because it just has so much diversity in it. So 3 Bardock, just because it's Bardock, helps you self-awaken even more, and then can also swap into Goten, or can also evolve into Bardock Will of Iron, which is good. 3 Bloodlust, because this has Frieza Army, and that's really good. So that's powerful, especially since this Broly has a lot of energy potential. I think that's good. 3 Universe 7 Representative. This is for searching for either Victory Strike or Height of Mastery Son Goku, the 2 kind of win conditions for this deck. You can also find Son Goku Path of Greatness. I think this is Universe 7. Son Gohan discovers Dynasty, and Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku at the Apex as well. So and Roshi too. And then also this is important because both Son Goku, you need to place a Universe 7 from your hand to drop area. So if you need another one of those, that's right there. So I think it's a good ratio. I'd say it's pretty hard. 1 to whiff with Universe 7 Representative, and 2 to not have enough Universe 7s for what you're needed. So next up, we've got 3 Master Roshi because it's a really good counter, and it's Universe 7 and it's yellow. We got Time Magic because it's a free counter, and can also make it so your opponent can't just go all in with one. It's really good against Shenron, and also good for opposing Broly's too, because if you know that they want to try to untap a card, that you can just use Time Magic. 2 Battering Laser, just because it's also a really good card, and also the one thing that can stop Son Goku Awakened Power is like a Mafuba or something, and so having Battering is also good. 1 False Surveillance Jaco, because it's dangerous to go all in on Shugesh, especially since you have so much card search and find with it. I'd even say if you want to do a 2-2 split, that's fine. If you want to hedge your bets more against Cronoa, I think that's okay. 3 Scrambling Assault Goten, because this card's crazy. Just the fact that it helps you search more. Like, there's so much searching and being able to set up your hand and stuff like that with this deck. It's really consistent from what I've seen from it. 2 Abdominal Dynasty Super Saiyan Son Goku. So, the reason you'd want to run this one is this one Universe 7? I don't think it is. So if you want to do a swap from him into Son Gohan, that's great. Because Son Gohan's just here because it draws 2 cards, and that's 2 cards for 2 energy is good, and having a 20k barrier is nice. Similar thing with Ultimate Potential Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan, but especially since you can use this with Shugesh and blow something up, that's really powerful. If you want to go all in into this guy, I think that's fine too. But if you want to help protect yourself for switching into Son Gohan, I like this 2-2 split. 3 of Son Goku Path to Greatness. 3 because you can only find 3. No, I think this card's going to be like super hard to find because it's really powerful and everyone's going to be wanting it. But so it's a swap 8 with a Sparking 7 of 4 energy. So you can swap into Height of Mastery for 4 energy from this guy. And when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, which is rest mode, and draw a card. And also you can play this card off Shugesh, which is crazy. Yeah, it's just really, really bonkers. And you get to draw a card when you play it and set something to rest. Like, what can't this do? So, great card there. Bardock, just because it's a double strike blocker, especially since we run Planet Vegeta to search it out and also be able to, bring it back to blocker. I think that's really powerful. 2 Discovered Dynasty Son Gohan. Drawing 2 cards when playing this is really powerful, and then also you can swap for 3 into any one of these guys, which are both potentially can go back into Height of Mastery as well. So if you can't find Path of Greatness, you can go into probably Return Might Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku. This card's really good because you can get triple. So this with Broly, you can have this thing attack 3 times, and 2 of the times you have triple strike. So that's powerful. You just have to have 3 or 4 life when you do. You have to have exactly 3 life to do that, because the first life you do, you have to choose 1 for your life, add to your hand, switch to active mode, and if you have 2 or less, gains triple strike. And then for Broly's untap ability, you need to take 1 more life. So a little bit specific there, but if it works out, it's great. The flavor text on this one's wrong, but it just has barrier double strike for this leader, which is good enough, especially if you want to make sure that you can get to Head Mastery. Head Mastery as a win condition is also just bonkers. So it has dual attack, and it also has triple strike, so it can do 6 damage already. And also when you play this card to swap, use a total of 3 of your opponent's battle cards are energy, ignoring barrier, and switching them rest mode. So that's just crazy. You can just set a bunch of things to rest mode and like make sure they don't have energy or make sure they don't have blockers, and just go in 3 times with triple strike. So that's 9 damage just by himself, and use a 35k attack. So that's super powerful. Or if you have an extra energy and stuff, you can just play this and then go into Son Goku the Awakened Power. And it really depends on what kind of playstyle you're doing too. Like if you want to go into Victory Strike, just don't attack their leader, and so they have a bunch of life in there that they don't have access to, and maybe even can't play super combos. So that's nice. But yeah, it's and then the extra combo is that you can swing with this guy, your opponent lives somehow, and then you can just take a life and swing with again. So it's kind of the same thing, like the idea of the like Shenron Victory Strike decks, of where, oh, I win if I do 1 damage with this guy, and he's a big beefy 50 or 45k that can't be countered. let me swing with it 3 times and see what happens. So I think that's a really good, just a really good win condition. And yeah, just in general, this deck is really fun and it looks really consistent, and it just gives you a lot of options too. So I think it's something that you have to play a lot with, but when you play with it, you just see, oh man, I can, I have a lot of outs to a lot of situations, and I'm not just a one-trick pony, which I think it definitely makes it really consistent and good right now. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Joel, for letting me do a preview of this deck. He's played against me several times with it, and it always feels bad, like, man, he's gonna win this turn, I know it, like, it's very scary. So which I also think is really fun for like the flavor of Broly and all this cards and everything, so that's cool. Like the video if you like it, comment on it if you want to comment, and subscribe if you want to subscribe, and that's it. So thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys next time.